Previous to playing at Elm Park, Reading had two former home grounds, Coley Park, which they played at in the early days of the club's history, but they were ejected from that ground due to issues of rowdyism. From what I read, the person that owned Coley Park was not particularly happy with certain sections of the Reading supporter base, so he forbid the club from playing there. In 1895, Reading became a professional club, and in between that, they played at the Caversham Cricket Ground. That was their second home ground. They wanted to move from Caversham Cricket Ground, though, due to the fact that they had become professional, and there was a few sites that they were looking at to build a ground, and one of them was a former gravel pit. And at the time, there was a couple of stakeholders that were interested in putting money down to finance this new ground, and there was one such stakeholder that said that they would donate £20 on the condition that there would be no alcohol sold or drunk at the match. So, along with that particular stakeholder and a couple of others, they managed to build Elm Park on top of the site of a former gravel pit. Reading's first match at Elm Park come on the 5th of September 1896, and they played against a Roston Berks 11. Now, this Roston Berks 11 was not registered with the FA, so as a result, Reading were fined £5 by the FA as punishment. The game was played, but it was abandoned in the second half due to heavy rain and poor weather. Reading were winning the match at that stage 7-1. From the opening match that they played there, Reading recorded gate receipts of £44, and around 2,500 people attended the first match played at Elm Park. In 1908, Reading were very close to leaving the ground. There was some talks about them relocating to a ground which was near Reading railway station, but those moves were never materialised and they remained at Elm Park. The ground had 4 stands: the Norfolk Road stand, Tilehurst Terrace, Tilehurst End and the Town End. The club continued to play at the grounds through the war years, and in the early 1980s the club come under a lot of financial pressure and results on the pitch were not good. They were relegated to the 4th division of English football, and in 1982-1983 season they nearly merged with Oxford United and the ground was nearly closed as a result, but fan pushback and some other things stopped that merger and Reading continued to go as a sole entity. In the 1990s, with the Taylor report being made, Reading's capacity at Elm Park was reduced from, back in the old days, it was around the 30,000 mark, and it ended up being reduced to 14,800. The club at that stage were recently promoted to the 2nd division in the 1990s, and back in those times, the Taylor report only required stadiums in the top 2 divisions to have all-seaters, and Reading found themselves in a position where they had to either leave Elm Park or upgrade Elm Park. Unfortunately, Elm Park was, well, from what I've read, it was not feasible to make it an all-seater ground, so Reading were on the lookout for a new site to build a new stadium, and the last ever match to be played at Elm Park was on the 3rd of May 1998. Norwich City was the opponent and Norwich won that match 1-0. Craig Bellamy scored the final ever goal at Elm Park. As for records at Elm Park, the biggest ever score that Reading produced at the ground come on the 4th of September 1946 in a 3rd Division South game against Crystal Palace. They won that game 10-2 and it remains Reading's biggest ever win over an opponent in their history. The biggest ever defeat that Reading suffered at Elm Park come in 1968. It was an FA Cup replay match against Manchester City and they were beaten 7-0. The biggest ever attendance in Elm Park was in 1927. Reading played against Brentford in an FA Cup 5th round match and 33,042 people attended the game. Now, for Reading fans, I think leaving Elm Park would have been a very sad moment. They ended up moving to the Medeski Stadium, where they currently play today. And I'm pretty sure that Reading fans out there and travelling supporters alike would have a lot of memories of Elm Park. But that concludes my video on the ground tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your comments about the ground in the section below. and let me know what you thought of the video as well. I've got a lot of positive comments recently, lots of new subscribers, lots of people watching the video and liking and sharing their memories of the grounds. There's plenty of forgotten grounds to do. I've been getting a lot of requests from different sets of people. There's lots of people that want me to do Vetchfield, which was Swansea City's old ground, but eventually I'm going to get through all of them and I'm going to do all these old grounds, but it's going to take a while to get there, but I'll eventually get round to doing them all. So anyways, everyone, this has been History of Football. Thanks for tuning in for this video. It's much appreciated, and I'll catch us all later in the next one. Alright, tatty bye for now.